All right, so here we are inside the Google Drive. And the first thing I want to do is go over here to my new, this little window here, this little Windows icon, the plus sign. And I'm going to go to new and I'm going to click on that and it opens this library. And the next thing I want to do is scroll down here to more. And there's a lot of stuff in this window. But there's a new library that opens up, and the first thing I want to use here is Google Drawings, and that's what we're going to work in here. So I'd like you to kind of get used to this. So now what I have is I'm in this blank page, and I have this library at the top. This is undo, redo. This is print, zoom. This is my select tool, the line tool, the shape tool, text, and then I could use this to insert images or charts or whatever. But I'm going to start here with this shape tool. And I'm going to choose this circle shape. So by choosing that circle, I'm going to start with this. Do you see how I can create this oval? Whatever size or shape. But what I can also do, if I hold down the Shift key, I can lock that to make a perfect circle. Now, if I click off of this circle, my whole menu disappears. So don't be alarmed. Don't panic. Select your object that you have on the screen and you'll see this menu return. Go up here to this little paint bucket, the fill color. I'm going to fill that in bright red. And what I'm going to do is shrink this down a little bit so that it's a little bit more manageable. If I hold the Shift key, it will scale proportionally. So I want to copy now. The thing I'd suggest for you, I'm using a PC. I would use Control C to copy and then Control V to paste. So try that, Control C and then Control V at the same time. And I'm going to paste that again and place this other circle. So now let's see if I can, there we go. Let's go with that. And then I'm going to select and fill yellow. So I'm just making the primary colors of the color wheel, and then I'm going to fill this in blue. So I've got a primary color scheme, red, yellow, and blue. And what I want to do there is create a secondary color scheme. So I'm going to reduce the size of these. I'm going to hold the Shift key and shrink this down just a little bit. I'm going to place this here, maybe in just a touch, copy and paste. Now I'm using my arrow keys, not just my the mouse. And then I'm going to paste the final circle here. And let's place these. Now this is a little bit off. There we go. So what I do have is this grid lock, and the grid is locked so that you'll see these pink lines show up when I have these centered with my other cross from it. Now what I'm going to do is choose this red and blue. So this circle, the mixture of red and blue gives me purple or violet. And then the red and yellow will give me orange. So I'll do a fill in orange. And then down here, the mix of the primary blue and yellow gives me green. But I don't really like the green that I have here. So what I'm going to do is go down here to the custom menu. And I'm going to choose this slider here on this rainbow down here. And I'm going to move it over into the greens. And I'm going to choose a green that I want to use for my color wheel. So there's a nice green that works. It's not perfect, but we'll use it for now. And you can see that the primary colors are the red, yellow, and blue. And the smaller circles are the orange, violet, and green circles. So what I'm going to do now, nothing in my nothing is visible up here in my library. I've got the select key selected, and I'm going to grab all of these pieces, and I'm going to go up here to the arrange group. And I'm going to group all these objects into one group. And the next thing I'm going to do is paste one of those circles, and I'm going to come up here, hold down the Shift key, and scale this circle, because the next thing I'm looking for is the next group. Copy and paste. I'm going to go next to the tertiary or the intermediate colors on the color wheel. So let's see if I can center this down here, there, and then paste. Let's see if I can center this across here, that, and then paste. And we'll run this down here. That will work. And then finally we'll paste this one. I'm going to move this up. Don't know if it'll center on that. That'll work for now. All right, now the next thing I want to do is highlight these circles. This circle will be red violet, because if I mix red with violet, obviously red violet is one of the tertiary or intermediate colors. The blue violet is the mixture of blue and violet. Got a blue violet there. Blue and green is going to give me a nice turquoise or a blue-green color. Let's go with this one. I wonder, hang on one second, let me see if I want to use, I like that color better. And then I love this color, one of my favorites on the color wheel. This yellow-green is really fun. Now, let's go over here to this red-orange color. I've got a color that exists here that I think I can use, the red-orange. And then I've got this color that's a little bit problematic, kind of like my green. So I'm going to go over here to the fill color, and I'm going to go back down here to custom. And I'm going to see if I can move this little slider over that rainbow. And I'm going to see if I can choose maybe a yellow-orange that is a little easier to find there, let's use that, a yellow-orange. So now what I'm going to do is select all of these circles. I'm going to grab them all with my select tool, and I'm going to arrange them into a group again, so that I have all of these pieces. If I click off of there, if I just click on one of these circles, they will all be moving together. Now what I'm going to do here is Control C, Control V, and I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to go up here to this fill color and make them black. And then I'm going to go back to Arrange, Order, and I'm going to send those to the back. I'm going to use my arrow keys now and just nudge these into place so that I have this sort of drop shadow. And you can see I can manipulate that drop shadow so that when I click off of there again, I'm going to grab all of these layers, the top layer of the color wheel and the bottom layer of the shadow, and I'm going to arrange them into a group. So now this whole thing is a group, so that if I scale this, they will all scale together, right? And then let's go over here to this text box. We talked about it at the beginning, but we haven't really discussed what we can do with it. So let's do this. I'm going to type in color wheel, and let's highlight, just drag that over it until you see that it's highlighted. Now, if I see this cursor turn to the crossed arrows, I can move that. But if it is not the crossed arrows, if it's the flat cursor, I can then select all those letters in the word. And I'm going to use that selected. I can go to the plus sign and just increase the font slightly, or I could click over here on the font size and just scale it up. And I'm going to scale it to 48. And I'm going to just make that this size. I have to stretch it bigger so that it fits. Now, one of the things I think I want to do, I want to highlight this font, and I'm going to change the font from Arial to, let's try Lobster. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this box that my text is in. So while it's selected, I'm going to do a fill color. I'm going to go to a dark gray, and I still have that font selected. And what I'm going to do is go over here to this A with the black line under it, and that black line tells me what the text color is. And now I'm going to select that text color, and I'm going to do a white text on that dark gray background. And you can see what I could do to manipulate that. I could move it in and try to get that to look just right. Or the other choice, what I could do, is to highlight this word, and then I'm going to go up here to this align, and I'm just going to center that word inside that shape. So now what I can do is place that color wheel. I think what I'm going to do is move this piece, and now what I'm going to do is grab a shape, this rectangle shape, and I'm going to make it the same size as this word box. I'm going to grab it here, stretch it down here, and you can see that it is now in front of the color wheel. I'm going to leave it that color, but what I see is that there's a black outline around it, and I want to turn that off. So I'm going to select that box, and I'm going to come up here to this pencil tool, and it says border color, and I'm going to make that border color transparent. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this transparent border colored box, and I'm going to go to arrange order, and I'm going to send that all the way to the back behind my drop shadow. So now I have this color wheel logo, icon, whatever, and I'm going to drop that down, and I'm going to grab all of this again, and I'm going to arrange, group, and now if I grab any part of that, I will move the whole thing as a group. So I'm going to stop there. That gives you enough to work on. We've talked about the shape tool. We've talked about the layers in arrange layers. We've talked about the text tool, and we've talked about the select tool, and we've assembled stuff into groups. Now, if I want to, let's say I want to take this color wheel apart from, I'm going to grab this whole thing, and I'm going to arrange, ungroup, and I can grab that top piece as a group. I can, with this selected, I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to reassemble my logo over there for a color wheel. And then I'm going to choose this piece, and I'm going to break this down into individual pieces. So I'm going to arrange, ungroup, so that now this circle, these pieces can be manipulated. Arrange, ungroup. I have the tertiary colors separated from the primary and secondary colors. So what I can do now is reselect these intermediates and put them in a group, arrange, group. I can now copy and paste, color these black, and move that drop shadow, arrange, order, send to the back. And I'm going to place that highlight over here. And then on this side, I'm going to select and group these, arrange into a group. I'm going to Control C, Control V, copy and paste. I'm going to color those black, and then arrange, order, send to the back. So I have the drop shadow on two different sides of the primary and tertiaries. Do you see that? So I can now manipulate these however I want. I can take these apart and use individual dots. I can create patterns in the background. We'll talk about that in another lesson, but for now, that gives you a pretty good understanding of what it is that you're working with. So good luck with that, and I'll see you next time.